You guys, we've got to talk about Benson Boone because he is getting so much hate right now. I recently talked about him, but honestly, he's been getting even more hate now that his album is officially out, and he did address some of the hate in his recent music video, and we are going to get into what has recently been said about him and by him. Okay, we seriously need to talk because the internet is not letting up on Benson Boone right now, and he's finally hitting back. If you've been following what's going on with Benson, then you know that he's been getting a lot of hate, like a lot. And we'll get into why, because not everyone is in agreement that it's valid, and he doesn't seem to completely understand it either, which is why he's poking fun at it. But before we get into the drama, let's backtrack a little for anyone who's not super familiar with Benson, or maybe you didn't watch my last video where I was talking about this hate originally, because it has intensified since then. But I'm pretty sure you guys have maybe at least heard one of Benson's songs and would be like, oh, okay, I know that guy. But he is a 22-year-old singer-songwriter, and he first popped into people's radar back in 2021 when he auditioned for American Idol. But in a bold move, he actually dropped out early. He later said that he just didn't want to be boxed in creatively and didn't want to be known as that guy from American Idol. He wanted to be himself. Shortly after leaving the show, he signed with Imagine Dragons frontman Dan Reynolds' record label and dropped his debut single, Ghost Town, which got a ton of attention. But the real explosion came in 2023 when he released Beautiful Things. That song absolutely took over TikTok and hit the Billboard charts. Over time, he's become known for his live performances, where he'll do flips on stage, wear one pieces, and belt out these songs. But lately, the internet has been turning on him fast. One of the biggest complaints is that he comes off as inauthentic. Some even call him an industry plant, saying that his rise to fame felt too fast and over-polished. A lot of the backlash has also focused on the disconnect between his on-stage persona and his real-life personality. On stage, he wears dramatic outfits and does flips, which some say feels like he's trying to be a Harry Styles type. But off stage, he's more low-key, and people think that the whole thing is just an act and it doesn't line up with who he really is. His breakout hit, Beautiful Things, was beloved at first, but it's become so overplayed that honestly it turned a lot of people off. And the same thing is kind of happening with his song Mystical Magical, where people feel like it is just overplayed. It's every scroll on TikTok, they're overhearing Moonbeam Ice Cream, which is one of the lines in the song that everyone is like, this makes no freaking sense. But a lot of people are just getting sick of him. Others have also pointed to his Mormon background, speculating that it influences his lyrics or public image, even though he's addressed this and he's distanced himself from it and doesn't identify as a Mormon. But people have said that him doing backflips are so Mormon coded, or the lyrics of his song, they just feel like they're Mormon, which a lot of people are like, I don't even know what that means, but it's a reason why people don't like him. And some people have even said that they don't know why they don't like him, they just don't. To which Benson has tried to address before. He's asked people, if you don't like me, at least let me know why so that I can do something about it. And some people didn't like that he said that. They were like, some people just hate to hate, and you got to just live with that if you're going to be a public figure. But he was really hoping for more constructive criticism because he's been getting so much hate, and he's like, well, hey, if you don't like me, I want to work on it. But not everyone was able to really give him some advice here. Now, he's tried to troll though, posting videos on his account that make fun of his own lyrics to his songs, like the Moonbeam Ice Cream line, and he certainly made it known that he's aware of everything that is being said about him.
Write better songs. Your songs are trash. You're so inauthentic. You're eating nachos, bitch. Okay. Valid. I can pivot. I can try something.
And in his recent Mr. Electric Blue music video that was posted just last week, he was addressing even more backlash that he's been getting. In the video, we see him wearing this shirt that says "One Hit Wonder" as he walks into this industry plant records. He's in there, he's talking to this agent, and in the video, he's being told that they've been putting all of their money into Moonbeam Ice Cream and backflips, and it's done absolutely terrible, and that they need something new. And the agent is like, okay, what about good songwriting? And Benson is like, I can't do that. Obviously making a joke about the fact that people don't think he's a good songwriter. The rest of the video is him trying to find ways to make money to somehow pay back this record label. And he's wearing a shirt that says inauthentic. Another joke about auto-tune is on this shirt, and then in another scene, he's holding a sign that says discount jumpsuits. Halfway through the video, he's giving this little girl moonbeam ice cream, and she recognizes him for singing Beautiful Things, and then goes on to tell him that his music is terrible. Later on, we see a bumper sticker on a car that says mustaches are lame, and then as he is about to jump into a pool, we see a no backflips sign. Later, he's wearing a shirt that says I hate Benson Boone. So he was addressing most of the hate here. A lot of people claim to still not like him, but others were respecting him for the video, saying it is so refreshing to see an entertainer entertaining and not shoving a I'm better than you attitude. This kid's marketing team is absolutely genius. Even if you don't like the music, you can't help but cheer for this guy. I can't remember the last time a music video made me laugh. Killing it, Boone, killing it. I don't get the hate for Benson, honestly. Dude can sing, flip, and entertain. Plus, he has a classic appeal to him that's rare in the industry now. People be like, we need male artists to not be basic, and when Benson does just that, people hate on him. Y'all deserve male singers doing nothing at the top. Love you, Benson. I love how he turned the hate and accusations to fun. The hate is so forced and he's so talented and harmless. My favorite artist right now. Just the right amount of self-deprecation and genuine humor, demonstrating that it is possible to laugh at criticism without being bitter. One TikTok user posted the music video and said, he's so funny, I don't care. And people commented and said, I will say he's handling the hate extremely well. Benson hate is so forced. I've never been interested in his music, but this was pretty endearing. I don't understand the hate. His music isn't my style, but I think it's funny he's playing into the bad songwriting bit. Now, Benson hasn't fully escaped the hate as his album release has been met by not too many impressed critics. Variety literally tweeted their review writing, Benson Boone wrote his album in only 17 days, and unfortunately, it sounds like it. American Heart makes scattered attempts to capture the cheekiness and cockiness that define Boone's performing image, but ultimately falls short. Read the full album review here. Like, ouch! And people replied to this and they were like, I've never seen anyone say anything nice about him. Poor guy. Y'all so mean. I don't like the dogpiling, especially from big corporations. Though the actual article itself wasn't as harsh, wanting Benson to branch out and work with other collaborators, and noting that he does have a phenomenal voice. Chris Willman ended his review saying, for starters, next time might be the time to work with more outside writers. However comfortable Boone has been in his ongoing collaboration with Jack LaFrance, he said in a recent interview that he and LaFrance wrote the album in a brisk 17 days, and unfortunately, it sounds like it. You can't help thinking, what if besides having an editor who knew how to weed out the whiffs, he worked with someone who actually allowed him to be funny? No one's asking him to be Sabrina Carpenter, but the real target might be one he's well familiar with. Freddie Mercury knew that his operatic voice lent itself to a certain archness, though he certainly would put it to use for pure passion too. The real prescription for a trampoline leap forward will be up to Boone. We just know that, for now, his winning persona has written a check that the most mundane material can't cash. At 22, he's still got a lot of time to work up a more substantial deposit. The Rolling Stone headline also came at Benson, as it was Benson Boone can't land the backflip. Beautiful Things singer plays it too safe on his sophomore album, American Heart, landing a 2 out of 5 star rating. The overall message from everyone giving Benson criticism is that they want him to be his most authentic self. I feel like people just don't know him. And honestly, I think he should just go on some podcasts or something, sit down and talk to people, not formal interviews, but podcasts, literally like Jake Shane. And maybe he's the guest this week. I don't know yet because I'm recording this on Monday, but I feel like that's how a lot of people get seen. Like, I remember when Benny Blanco was getting a lot of hate when he first started dating Selena Gomez, and then right as their album was coming out, he was doing all of this press with her. He was going on podcasts, and people were like, wait, I actually kind of like him. This is actually a really great guy. I'm happy he's with Selena. And maybe people will start saying that about Benson when he goes on podcasts. I don't know. He does some interviews, but I feel like podcasts, 30 minutes in, you really find out who someone is, and maybe that's what they need to see. They need to see him cracking jokes or something. I'm not sure. But he's young, he's only 22, and he might not even know who he is yet. So we'll see where his career takes him. But as of right now, that's what's been said about Benson. I'm guilty, you guys. I like mystical magical. Moonbeam, Ice Cream Me all day long. Like, I freaking like that song. I'm not being paid by the record label to say that either. I just think it's catchy. Haven't listened to the rest of the album. I heard it's like not the best. So maybe I'll just stick to the singles for now. But this is what's being said about Benson Boone. All the hate that he's been getting, the reasons that people have been giving as to why they don't like him. Do you guys feel like it's justified? Clearly Benson doesn't think it is, but let me know what you guys think in the comments. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.